Browns. That's what I want to know if you like. I mean, something wrong with y'all division. Y'all just like sharing stuff. Y'all share quarterbacks, y'all share coaches. I don't know what it
We
is.
ain't sharing.
He said, "Y'all shit quarterback."
Don't say y'all, because y'all includes the Ravens, and the Ravens went outside the division.
I ain't gonna lie, we kind of we used to share us too. We used to take the Eagles and people and got,
Hey, I mean, the Steelers then took like 3
I mean,
Ravens
y'all trying to do that
leftovers.
anyway. Y'all was trying to sign Al Harris, but that didn't happen. Like I said, it wouldn't.
Al Harris with the Bears now, and he originally with the Packers. So
He's a Packer player.
Originally with the Bears, but the staff.
He was
already with the Bears.
Packer player. No, I'm saying he with the Bears. He with the Bears. So I'm saying like
he was already there.
No, he was with the Cowboys 2 years ago.
I'm saying if we would have took him, it wouldn't be Cowboy time.
Yeah, because he's saying it's the Bears buffer in between the Cowboys.
Yeah, because it wasn't like he came for the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Cowboys was a pit stop.
True.
It was a pit stop.
No, the Bears would have technically been the pit stop.
It was a stop. They got a hotel and everything. They stayed for a few days. All right, but Todd Monken got hired as a head coach. Now, former Georgia Bulldog. Shout out to Tony. Keep reminding me of that. And he had a lot of, he didn't have a lot of opportunities as a head coach, but he had a lot of opportunities as an offensive coordinator. And I'm assuming he took this job because it was literally the only head coaching job that I remember that he actually got offered. But a lot of people turned down this job. So when I saw that he took this job, that's how I looked at it. And I'm going to kick this one off. I'm going to be quick to it. Like I said, a lot of people turned this job down. I heard the process of getting this job. You had to take an exam and all this stuff. People backed out, left and right. We talking about coordinators. We talking about QB coaches, pass game coordinators, just dropping out. And we got Todd Monken taking the job. And I think it's because it's like this only opportunity, last resort. Now, I think he can be successful. I'm gonna tell y'all what Tony said to me through text. He said he's nothing but a Norv Turner. Great offensive mind, but not a good head coach.
He said the same thing to me when I talked to him on the phone right before the show.
Yeah, so he told me that, you know what I mean? And I would love to hear what Carl got to say about that. I know that's your guy, Carl. But I do think offensively they can have some success. You got Shador, you got the rookie running back. I forgot his name. Rookie running back.
Junkins.
Yeah, Junkins. They do need to get a receiver. I feel like. Well, they got Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Judas, get him out of here.
He be selling.
Jerry Judas.
Jerry Judas. Hey, that's crazy. You wild for that. That's wild.
I ain't make that up. A Browns fan.
I ain't gonna never call anybody Judas like that. Man, Jerry Judas. So, Dave, tell me what you feeling about this hire, man?
This was probably the most confusing one to me.
Hold on, quick, Dave. Look at this comment though. And it's funny. He bring up Jared Judas and he put this up. Sorry.
It's confusing to me. Well, not that confusing, but Todd Monken, you had Jim Schwartz in the building.
Yeah.
You had a coach who's gotten Detroit to the playoffs. Isn't Cleveland and Detroit kind of in that same conversation as far as football cities, places that don't really win that much? You want some kind of success, right? Why not hire Jim Schwartz? He's in the building, and now he's gone. He said bye-bye.
He did.
You said you're not gonna hire me as a head coach. Well, go ahead and find another defensive coordinator. And now you got Myles Garrett out here flirting with Philly. Samsung, that would be a good destination. Like, are you serious right now? The Cleveland Browns and the Jets are fighting for the worst ownership in the NFL. I really feel like they are. Because they seem to make the bad decisions almost every single year. So Todd Monken, he started off coaching in 2007 in the NFL. He's a wide receiver coach for the Jaguars from 2007 to 2010. Then he went back to college for a year. His first head coaching opportunity was at Southern Miss in 2013 and 2015. And then he also was the head coach at I think it was Minnesota as well. He's been offensive coordinator and with the Buccaneers, and then with Cleveland most notably, and of course the Georgia Bulldogs when they won some back-to-back national championships. So he's mostly known for what he did with Stetson Bennett, winning those back-to-back national championships in Georgia. Yeah. And because of if you look at the offensive rankings with the Baltimore Ravens the last few seasons, it's been at least top 5, top 10 the last 3 years since he's been there. So yes, you got some offensive success, but now with Jim Schwartz gone, who's going to coach your defense? So the Browns, I don't know. This made zero sense to me. I mean, because you could have at least hired Tom Monken as your OC and have Jim Schwartz as your head coach. You at least would have had both of the guys in the building, and that would have kind of made some sense because then your offense would have been improved. Now you got to worry about the guy being the head. He's the lead amongst men. He's not just the lead amongst the offense. He's the lead amongst the entire team now. So I'm not sure how successful he's going to be, but you got Shedeur Sanders, you got Quinshon Judkins, so you got somewhere to start. And the offensive line is not horrible, but you definitely need to address the offensive line because Shedeur did get sacked, a little too often sometimes. You got Myles Garrett back there. You got some really good defenders. But you need a good defensive scheme. But I don't know. I don't know. It's like I said. This was confusing to me. I'm not sure what they were thinking by not hiring Jim Schwartz. That to me is what was confusing me the most because you had a guy who was there, who knows what's going on in Cleveland, who knows the city well, who knows the team well. And a guy who wanted to be a head coach, and now he's gone. Like he's just out. So
Todd Monken only had one head coaching job. That was with Southern Miss.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't Minnesota. All right.
And in that 3-year span, the last year he went 9-5. He made the conference title game. He lost the conference title game, but he made it at Southern Miss in the Conference USA, and they lost that bowl game. But nonetheless, they had a 9-3 regular season, went 7-1 in conference. Like I said, made a conference championship game. They just lost. Now, did you know that Georgia has not advanced past the semifinals in the college football playoffs since Todd Monken has left?
Mm-hmm.
Todd Monken, his first year there, they didn't even make the playoffs. Remember, that's the year that they were crying, oh, we should have got in, even though we lost the SEC championship game in Alabama, blah, blah, blah. And then they went on to beat Florida State because Florida State benched everybody 63 to zip or whatever it was.
Yep.
Because Florida State ain't play nobody. That was the first year Tom Monken went in there. Second year, Carson Beck gets hurt in the SEC championship game. Shout out to Texas.
Remember
they
that.
lose to Notre Dame in the semifinals. Then last year, who did they lose to? They lost to Ole Miss in the semifinals. First game they played.
Yeah.
So Kirby Smart gets this whole best head coach in college football league, but really haven't had success since Kirby Smart left. I mean, not Kirby Smart, since Todd Monken left. But that's not my best coach in college football anyway, so we don't got to address that. But from Dave's perspective, I can see why it's confusing because I do agree that you had Jim Schwartz in the building. He has your defense top tier for the past couple years. Why not promote him for the job he's been doing so well in Cleveland?
This is a top 5 defense since he's been there.
Exactly. So I don't get from that perspective. You're absolutely correct. Now, from the hiring perspective, not including that, I think it's a good move. Young guy. You got Shedeur. There's talent there. Now, the Pro Bowl he got is absolute BS. Y'all know I'm the biggest Shedeur fan.
Yeah.
I throw my wrist up all the time.
Trevor Lawrence which is crazy.
That Pro Bowl is so fallacious. But the Pro Bowl itself is fallacious and needs to be abolished. Just, come out with your Pro Bowls.
They need to put it the way it used to be after the Super Bowl and not before.
No, he's on the voting. He's on the voting.
I'm talking about when they played. I'm talking about when they played. Make it after the Super Bowl. It used to be after the Super Bowl when everyone would show up. Just put it back to how it used to be.
I get why they feel like they want the Super Bowl to be the last game.
Yeah, I get it too. But at this point, there's no more Pro Bowl weekend. Just everybody gets their Pro Bowl accolades. So there's no alternates, no nothing. You get voted a Pro Bowler, you get that award, and that is it. You get that just like All Pro. Ain't no All Pro game. You get voted an All Pro, you get your All Pro award, and that is it.
Have fun still.
It sucks. They have fun, but that drives no ratings. Nobody watches. No, it's honestly, to me, I think it's for money ratings. It is for them as well. Don't get me wrong, but we all know it's for money and ratings as well, and nobody watches it. So just give them their awards, and that way we abolish the fallacies at the Pro Bowl position. And to be completely honest, is really at quarterback, to be honest. Everybody else take their Pro Bowl 9 and goes, but quarterbacks for the most part.
Facts. Every year in Hawaii. And no
Well,
more.
they did try to make it in Orlando that last
Come on,
2
bro.
years
It has
ago.
to be in Hawaii.
Yeah, but anyway.
Or out the country. Go ahead.
Well, Hawaii's in. Yeah, that's why I'm glad
I said
you said
Hawaii
or. That's why I said.
out
That's
the
why I'm
country.
glad you said or. But yeah, young mind, you got Shador there, quarterback who shows he has talent. Does he have his deficiencies? Oh my God, that word just killed me. Deficiencies and flaws? Absolutely. He's a young guy. But you got talent on the offense. Harold Fannin showed huge promise at the tight end position. Quinshon Judkins, like Joe brought up, huge promise at the running back position. Even Dylan Sampson, who himself is an SEC Player of the Year at Tennessee, huge promise at the running back position. Even Rocket Sanders had some good games, South Carolina boy, at the running back position. You do need some receivers. You definitely need some O-linemen, but you have a cornerstone to build around in Joe Bitonio. You need to get rid of Cam Robinson. Somebody need to either step up and take that spot, or he need to play better. But you got some pieces. You got some offense that Todd Monken can work with. And I think Shador's precision passing is what Todd Monken can definitely work with in Cleveland. Then you got a defense already. You got Carson Swearinger, rookie defensive player of the year. You got Myles Garrett. You got Denzel Ward. You got Tyson Campbell. You got Grant Delpit. You got guys. You got an elite guy on every level. Mason Graham, a rookie. You got guys on every level. So he brings in the right D coordinator. Excuse me. The defense is set. He's a good offensive mind. He got a good young quarterback. So like I said before, this job wasn't unattractive because of the players. It's unattractive because of how the org is. So you got a guy who, hey, I need my shot. I got a shot. I got a good offensive mind. I got a good quarterback. We can do some things here. So I don't think it's a bad hire when it comes to that. Now, again, when Dave talks about losing Jim Schwartz because you don't want to hire him, that is absolutely bad. I agree. But that aside, I think this is a good hire.
Now, I do want to say this. See, I get it. Jim Schwartz was there, and it just makes sense from the outside to just promote him up, right? But you got to think like this. Now, they got rid of Kevin Stefanski, who sabotaged Shador Sanders, right? And he clearly did not draft Shador Sanders. So it was either the GM or the owner. It was one of the two, right? The owner came out and said it was all on the GM. So let's say it was a GM. We see this GM in the preseason on the sideline, chopping it up with Shador all the time, talking to him. You know what I mean? So we see that him and the GM got some type of relationship. So maybe when a GM, I think his name is something Barry.
Andrew Barry?
Andrew Barry. When a GM sat down with all the coaches, what's your plan for Shador? Maybe that was the question. What's your plan for Shador? And Todd Monken had the best plan. And like Carl said, he has a good track record dated back in college. And he saw what he did with Lamar. He did transform Lamar, like made Lamar more of a passer. You know what I mean? Lamar passing stats went through the roof when Todd Monken took over. Got Greg Roman offense. So I think that's what happened. And that's why I think it's an okay move. But it's one of those wait to see type moves because I don't know how he would be as a head coach because play card those two different things.
Yeah, facts.
But speaking of facts, let's go to another fact that this one coach don't like playing in the cold or coaching the cold. He only like coaching in the warm weather. Mm-hmm. And that's Mike McDaniel.